Brews and Banter Podcast. Banter Podcast. Brews and Banter Podcast. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Brews and Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got, juice or whatever. He's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
To everybody is, does Delaware have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world. Politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
Oh, baby, please. Oh, baby, please. Oh, baby, please. Oh, baby, please.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey, look at Yoda. Wait, can you wave?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. Right, Rob.
I can't say anything because my thing was is going in and out in terms of
See?
my
I used to have the worst Wi-Fi in the group.
I don't even know if it's the Wi-Fi. It might be the camera because I found it on the floor, so somebody must have knocked it off. So might have messed the
I
camera.
literally looked like you was just walking through and just like, oh, there's a camera on the floor. Let me pick this up and use this.
It is what it is, I guess. What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rocket and the brew. Well, that be fuel. And I'm your master of podcast, Rob G. And with me, as always, legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas? Oh, you still ain't feeling my master of podcast?
I like it, man.
I mean, you do what you do.
Shit, yeah, master of podcast, do that shit. Trademark it, though. Trademark it, because that shit is going to get stolen.
If you want to be the master of podcast, then by all means, my brother.
That is I am he.
You, he.
He is I am him.
Yep.
He is I and I am him.
He.
One may say.
Yeah.
I'm not mad, though. You do you. I like it.
All right. This is episode 196 of Bruising Banter Podcast. 3 episodes away from our 200th episode that we will be recording live on a March Beer Project on March 25th.
Yes, sir.
From 5 to 9. So, if you are in the area or you plan to be in the area, come through. You can go to www.bruisingbanter.com. I don't even know if you can go on there, but you can go to Eventbrite. Look at the event.
Yeah, just go to Eventbrite.
Oh my goodness.
Go to Eventbrite and search Bruising Banter. It'll be right.
You go to Instagram. The link is in the bio.
Yes.
Please
make it easy.
Go to the website for merch.
Go to the website, and if you don't find what you're looking for, do the other shit Rob said.
If you don't find what you're looking for, go in the comments on the website and say, Rob, you sent me to the wrong spot.
Right.
Because I think I tried to get it on there, but I think it was glitching. So I don't know if it held. I didn't check back.
Okay. It's weird as shit because that was his first go-to. Go to the
website. But by the way, guys, it's nothing there. Nothing's there.
I mean, there's episodes. And if you listen to the episode, it'll tell you to go to the Instagram page.
He gonna send you on a fucking
scavenger hunt. Just the RSVP.
Right.
Well, yo, man, I don't know how many podcasts y'all be listening to, but I'm not sure if they ever made it to 200. So thank you for y'all support.
Yeah, absolutely. If this is your first time listening or watching,
appreciate y'all, brothers.
For sure. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah.
If this is your first time watching or listening, welcome. If you've been riding with us from episode 1, episode 3, whenever you joined in, I'm glad you came back.
Welcome
chill
back.
Chill with the crew. Like
if
I said,
you're binging episodes at this time to catch up, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're appreciated.
Right. This is episode 196, like I said, and we do have some special guests with us this morning, this evening, this afternoon, this week, whenever you are listening to the show or the podcast. Whenever I lost my train of thought.
What's happening? It's too late for him. That's what happened.
You gotta go back to your 1 o'clock schedule.
But I do want to bring in the the gentleman from the Pint Exchange, Kendrick
Yes.
and Luis. Let me bring them in and give them a round of applause. Glad you can join us this on episode 196.
Absolutely.
Right.
Appreciate it, man.
Got an echo. I think somebody I think it's good now.
Yeah, I hear it a little bit, but it's straight.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into it, we always like to know what everybody is drinking on. So let me try that again. What are we drinking today?
How are we almost at 200? How are we almost there? I don't understand.
Rob must have been drinking something heavy today, boy.
I remember yesterday. I don't know.
Oh,
I try not to look at the button, and I just hit the wrong.
Why?
Get it, trying to show off.
Because I've been trying to look at the camera and still engage. But we always like to start with our guests. So who likes to go? Kendrick, what are you drinking on today?
So right now, to start off, I'm having a pistachio dream dessert from Equilibrium. My buddy, which I'm sure y'all have talked to before, Rodney Woodard, my boy Craft Beer Empire, man. He came down and had left this bottle with me, and I had been holding on to it for the longest. I don't know what the hell ABV is on it, but it's an imperial style with pistachios, pecan, coconut, marshmallow, and vanilla. And then if anybody is if anybody sees me on my personal Instagram page, I always have beer and I have a bourbon that's usually accompanied with it. So today I'm doing a wild turkey rare breed barrel proof alongside with it. So let's get the party rolling.
Okay.
For sure.
Beer and bourbon is always go together with you, Kendrick?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
If you see my page, like I say, my page MRTPX 903. Usually if I'm at the house, it's usually beer and bourbon together for sure.
My man.
Let's just go on here and get it hype. We're gone.
Yo, you living a hard knock life on them streets.
Hey man, hey, I do it. Hey man, all by the grace of God and water, man. I'm telling you, man. Yes, sir.
Luis, are you drinking on something today?
You know what? Since I'm at work, I'm just drinking on this little rice lager that they got over here at Urban. Song of Rice.
I
love how beer people always like. Since I'm at work, it's just light ABV. Right. I'm still drinking though. It's ABV.
I do food drinking the highest proof shit. So yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah. All right. And you said what was that one from? What was it from? From where you at? Where you working at, right?
Urban South.
Urban South. All right. What was the ABV? I missed it, I guess.
The ABV is only 4.
Okay. All right, Lou, what you drinking on?
Oh man, well, yesterday we had the pleasure of going to the Winter Warmer Festival with Crooked Hammock in Middletown, Delaware, and Burley Oak was there. Shout out to Vinny. He let us borrow some Eternal Midnight.
Yeah. After you drink it.
Yeah, after I drink, I'm gonna give him the can back. It's a salted caramel peanut butter fudge stout. It has all the notes of what I just said. It the fudge tastes on the back end. It tastes the smell and the nose feel is salted caramel and the peanut butter. It's delicious, man. Like I really haven't had a good stout in a while. Yesterday, I took like 3 or 4 pours of this because it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was.
So shout out to Burley Oak. They're out of Maryland, Berlin, Maryland. That's close to like Ocean City in the beach area. And it says it's a 24-hour boil imperial stout with salted caramel, peanut butter, and fudge. And it is 9.8 alcohol by volume. So yeah, pass me another. Cheers. Yeah, I didn't ask about that, Kendrick. I need to ask him.
I asked
24 hour ball. Is that thing thick? I mean, because I'm like, that's got to be syrup.
Yeah, he did say it was.
He start like here, and then it gets down to here, and then they add some extra. They add extras. They add something else, an L or something. They add something to it to make it give it more some.
I either left early or I wasn't paying attention.
You probably was trying to eat.
I was on your.
Oh yeah.
Well, he just said you had 3 or 4 pours of it, so maybe he just didn't hear it.
He didn't remember.
It's
delicious.
Oh man,
That's what I do remember. But yeah, pass me another to this. Yeah.
You might be right.
Oh man.
All right, what you drinking on?
So I'm drinking because I got a 4-pack. So I was telling you all about this yesterday from Blue Earl
Oh yeah.
Brewing out in Smyrna, Delaware. So they're local. Give up the fruit. This has raspberry, blackberry, and blueberries in it, and it's considered a smoothie sour, but not the type of smoothie sour I'm used to. This is more just like a regular sour to me. But this is what it looks like in the glass. Here we go. All right, that's what it looks like in the glass. Not smoothie looking.
No, that looks more winey almost.
Yeah. Every time when I think of smoothie, I think it's thick.
Yeah, thick and hazy. Yeah,
with
thick or
some
hazy.
lactose in it or something. I don't know.
It don't have any lactose in it at all, does it?
Nah, nope.
Okay.
But they call it a smoothie?
Yeah, smoothie sour. And like,
that's interesting. I wonder what the characteristics make it a smoothie now. Because we always thought it was thicker. I think all of us thought that.
I mean, the only thing I can say is that it goes down smooth. This is a smooth drink. It ain't real tart.
Maybe a smoothie like that.
You're like, yeah, make a different type of smoothie. So, yeah, I like it though. But it's only 5.5 ABV, which is
not bad.
drinkable. It's almost like, like you said, it looked like wine. I was like, that's what it looked like to me. I could have poured it in the wine glass and be like,
right,
it's one.
Did it have any head on it?
No.
That is interesting.
It poured just like you see it.
It tastes like beer. It tastes like wine.
It tastes like beer and wine. It tastes like wine.
Wine. Weird. It tastes like weird.
That's funny. They made a whole new category.
I think they do need a category for that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because it's a couple of them out there.
Especially them wine barrel aged ones. Yeah.
Them port barrels and shit.
For sure.
Definitely.
That's some good weird out there. Some good weird.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
Did you pass me another, Yoda?
Yeah, I will pass me another one of these. But Rob ain't hitting the horn.
Yeah, he don't remember what the buttons are. He was clapping them.
I did hit the horn for you.
You ain't hit it for Lou?
Yeah, I did hit it for Lou.
He did.
Oh, my bad.
Yes, well,
hey, Rob.
It'd be your own people. Yes.
What are you drinking this week, sir?
I'm actually drinking from Crowns and Hops. It is the Mama's Peaches Peach Cobbler Tart Ale. There it is.
Oh, you ain't even say
Put that closer up, man. Let me see that.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
Where you get that from?
I got it from their Buy Beer. You can order their beer online, and they ship right to you, even in Delaware.
People that you cool with normally say, "Yo, I'm about to order." So
right.
Yeah.
Anybody want to put some money up on this?
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like your own people.
Right.
I don't care about you ever.
I'm here for the beer.
I see that.
It's delicious.
What's the ABV? What you said it's peach? It got peach in it.
Are you freezing it?
It's 6% ABV. That's 6% ABV. It's not too bad. There's the color. It's right there. In my Crowns and Hop in 17% drip glass. There you go.
Do you taste the peaches in that joint?
Yeah, it has a peach flavor to it. I had a lot of head when I first poured it. It kind of dissipated as I've been sitting here. But it's good.
I think you gotta add a lot of peaches to make something taste peachy, because peaches got a light flavor to them. Like, it's a very distinctive flavor, but it's kind of like it's light. It don't like
definitely
it ain't something
light.
It ain't something that takes over the flavor.
But you know what though, like saying that you couldn't use like peaches and like oranges or another like type of fruit to say, hey, this is a little boost. Right.
It's good, but I also like to maybe have more, I guess, graham crackery or some crusty, so make it feel like a whole pie, like a whole cobbler.
Yeah. Right.
So is it an artificial peach or is it?
Say it again, Luis.
Is it an artificial peach or is it more like a peach flavor? because the artificial tastes a little different. Tastes a little bit
Yeah,
like
dude.
candy.
That's true.
Yeah, we talked about that. That artificial flavor kind of has a candy taste to it instead of the actual fruit.
I mean,
Jolly
it does say it says brewed with peach puree, cinnamon,
Oh,
vanilla, and graham crackers. Maybe I just need more graham crackers. I don't know.
yeah, maybe
Right,
they need to put a
yeah.
new graham cracker in for
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
You should go eat
You
a
can
graham
only
cracker and
more
like
graham.
Just dip it. Just yeah.
So all the graham.
Right.
Yeah.
Rob, like, hold the peaches, throw the graham cracker.
Right.
Or make the cobbler complete. Make the cobbler.
And then,
Like,
you
bake
want
it
them
and
to
just
make
throw the
like
whole-
20 cobblers. Just make 20
Yeah.
cobblers and throw it in the mash.
Yeah, make 100 cobblers and bang, bang.
Graham cracker
Especially
cobbler.
if it's going to be a cobbler, if you calling it peach cobbler, throw all the cobblers in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the shoemakers. All the shoemakers.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. That'd be, so I'll send them a note for their next batch of Mama's Peaches. Throw it all in there.
Yeah. Hey, shouts
There
out
you
to
go.
Crown and Hops though. I was able to meet them at Barrel and Flow, man. So that was
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
good experience, man. Good people,
Yeah.
good people.
absolutely.
sure.
Shout out to Benny and Tio and what they doing out there.
Definitely.
But let's get into what you two gentlemen and what Pint Exchange is all about. I don't know if you
what's
want to
new?
introduce yourselves individually, like who you are and
Yeah, for sure.
and your part in there. So I don't know who wants to go first.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go. Of course, I'm Kendrick, Knighten, owner of the Pint Exchange, and 1/3 of the awesome team called Being Black and Craft on Clubhouse. So I keep it busy, man. So yeah. So did you want me to go any further or just a quick intro? That's it.
You can do that. That's good.
Okay, cool, for sure. Then Luis, you go ahead.
Hey, I'm Luis, co-owner of the Pint Exchange, photographer. I do whatever, man. I work at a brewery called Urban South, so I bartend up here. We do a little brewing on the side, so yeah, trying to get my fingers in everything.
I heard that. Why not?
All right. Well, my first question is always,
Yep.
and
I
people
got the
always
first
ask.
question.
First question is,
Yep.
what is Pint Exchange?
Yep.
Yes.
That was my first question.
That's it. Ding ding.
Yeah.
Man, I had a business talk with this dude. I was working with this cat that was at the Small Business Development Center. A lot of people don't know about the Small Business Development Center, man. They got some in every state, pretty much can help you, do everything except besides invest in your business. They help you get your business plan and all that good stuff. They're a little shameless plug. But anyway, was talking to the dude and he was like, hey man, he was like, so tell me what it is that y'all do. And I started naming all kinds of things. And he was like, man, you need to work on the elevator speech. I was like, what the hell? He was like, just be able to say just something, just if you only had 10 seconds to say what it is, just go on ahead and say it. So he was like, man, what y'all do is you're a craft beer marketing brand. So basically, that's what it is. Just all in a nutshell. Of course, I run more of the business side. Luis has the creative mind, so I ain't got no creative bone in my body, man. So at the end of the day, I get a lot of inspiration from that cat, man. He can, make us look way better than we do, man. So yeah. So basically, we're a craft beer marketing brand. We go around to different breweries and take pictures, post them on social media for content, and it's also led us to some collaboration opportunities. So, which of course, one of them that's actually upcoming. I guess we'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, so craft beer marketing brand, just go around to different places, show our faces, and leave some good pictures on our sites for for public consumption. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah.
Nice.
All right. I guess I should start back. Like, how did you and Luis get together? I guess that's a good place.
So I had a short-lived brand a long time ago called the Strong Brothers, man. It was me and one of my other homies named Rodney, and so we basically was going around. And I'm a high ABV man, so of course a lot of my beers that I drink be high as hell in alcohol content anyway. So we had some shirts on, and I saw Luis had seen us somewhere before, and so we was at this brewery down here in Houston called Platypus, and so Luis actually came up and was like, "Hey man, I've seen y'all somewhere before," and I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, kind of felt like a little celebrity just a little bit. I was like, okay. I'm recognized, goddammit. So yeah, but yeah, so I mean, so we just chopped it up, exchanged information from then. And so when I started the Pint Exchange, Of course, from that time on, there was nobody else that I would have, imagined setting it up with. So when I got the paperwork and everything official, that was the first call I made. Like, hey man, let's do this. So yeah, here we are.
All right.
Sure.
That sounds like it was meant to be, I guess. He meant
sure,
to see you on the street.
Yeah, definitely.
And he
Real
doesn't
easy.
want no celebrity, man. Come on now.
I was like, shit, man, you done seen-
Hey,
you done seen-
he was the only black dude I saw at the other one, man. He was the only black dude I saw at the other one. So,
like, you
Yeah,
done
I
seen-
know you. I know you. And he had the same shirt on. He was like, you got that Pint Exchange shirt on.
Man, that boy said he done seen me somewhere.
Yeah, that is true. That wasn't hard if that's the case. Yeah, you knew that was the black guy at the other joint.
Yeah. Shit, if I'd had a pen, I'd try to give him a little autograph or something.
He wouldn't
man.
have, he
I
wouldn't have took
wasn't
it.
expecting.
He wouldn't even have took it,
wasn't
Kendrick.
expecting
He
it.
wouldn't have wanted it. He
Damn.
did exactly what he wanted to do.
Damn. That's what's up, man. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's a little bit about us, man, for sure.
All right. So I won't go. I guess I can go even further back in terms, like Luis, how did you get into craft beer in the beginning? Like, how did you even get into craft beer?
oh man, it's a long time ago. I'd be showing my age if I said it too far back. But
Come on, man.
You can tell us.
so I come from a little town called Waco, Texas, and a little bit further south of Waco is Austin. And I started getting into the foreign beers at first, so to try something new. And the first one locally that I tried was 512 Pecan Porter. And I don't know if you gentlemen have tried it, but it's really great beer. It's stood the test of time, and it's still out to this day. And that was, oh my God, that was about 20 years ago. So
Okay.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
been
What brewery is
some
that?
time, man.
Did I miss that? What brewery is that?
512.
512? Okay.
512, yeah.
Ooh, it just sounds good. Pecan. Anything with
Pecan
pecan.
Porter, yeah, man.
On the side, we're gonna say
Pecan,
pecan, though, 'cause you-
it's all good, man.
Pecan.
Yo,
That don't matter, man.
Yo, we had
can
this
say, man.
conversation all the
We both
time.
know, everybody know what it is, man. You
Up
can
in the
say what you
Northeast,
want.
it's
Pecan.
Oh man, go get you from the side, man. For sure.
We all know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it the right way.
No
English
one
language
does.
is trash. How about that?
And all words are made up anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm
For
saying.
sure. Exactly.
That's
Oh,
a good
yeah,
one.
for sure.
But you said that you started off drinking foreign beers.
Yeah. I started drinking like old school like Hefes from like
Okay.
Paulaner and just different things like that from overseas, Belgian beers and
What led you? What led you that
Make
way?
you do
Like
that, yeah.
most of us
So-
give Heinekens and Yinglings and Dingo
Exactly.
that way.
okay, so
how'd you go that way?
in Waco, they at that time they didn't have breweries, but they did have a place called Crickets, and they had somewhere around 50, 60 taps. So they were doing all kinds of different beers that were being distributed at the time, and some of that was from overseas. So we would go over there and we would frequent that place. I think it was our either Tuesday or Wednesday night spot. We would go over there and we would try different beers, while we were there. And, I just started drinking like, oh my God, I started drinking like really heavy beers like Warsteiner and, like I said, Paulaner and just heavy stuff, just different stuff, just other stuff rather than, the regular Miller Lights and, Bud Lights.
Yeah.
Now, Luis, let me ask you a follow-up question. When you were drinking at the taps, were you able to ever find that in the Austin Waco area, like at the beer shops back then? Like, were you ever able to find
I didn't
bottles or cans of that? Or you
I
just-
didn't really hit the beer shops at that time. It was
Okay.
all that. In
Gotcha.
Austin, I would do Flying Saucer. Flying Saucer was big at the time in Austin, so we would just hit that. And
So it's
they
just
had
basically breweries and beer taps for you.
yeah.
Okay.
So we would just hit that, and it wasn't ever really like about the cans at that point. Honestly, I didn't even get to my first like bottle share until I met Kendrick. So he actually invited me to my first one, and I was like, all right, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
that was a
so
shit
Like they
show,
giving me
man.
free beer. What's I don't
that is
understand.
an experience, bro. Yeah,
understand.
for
Hey,
real.
man.
Yeah, the first bottle share is always an eye opener. Like, what's
Yeah,
going?
yeah.
Huh? What? When's the
They're like,
Definitely.
next
do I
one?
have to pay
When's
for
the next
this?
one?
I don't have to pay for this? I just
Yo, I
Yeah.
okay.
almost think like with a bottle share, like if you're taking somebody to like a beer festival for the first time, and like y'all go to that bottle share first, it almost like sets them up for the beer fest because it's
Yeah.
like it's almost like a small beer fest because you can taste so many different styles and different
And
kind
in a
of
way,
beers.
Yoda, it's a little bit better because it's more intimate, and it's a
And there
lot
ain't no
of
line.
different. It's no lines, yeah, and it's a lot of different beers that like more beer fest beers are like more creative, like one offs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whereas like at the bottle share, you can find that beer maybe again, or it's a regional beer, so you can ask the person who brought it, like, where'd you get that beer from? Type
Yeah.
of
That's
thing.
true.
Depends on the festival though, because you have some festivals where you go and it's all like their staple beers, like
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
one of their
true.
lagers, one of
True.
maybe something light or whatever. They don't never have like oh this is my stout, this is
Yeah,
amazing. Try this, everything's very safe,
that's
Mhm.
for
true.
everybody. So
Right, right.
You,
Now, Kendrick, what is your craft beer journey story like? How did you
Yeah.
actually get into craft beer and all that?
Man, so of course I've been drinking beer. I mean, I'm from the country. From a small city called Marshall, Texas. So, um, I had my first beer at the age of 10. Man, we thugged it out.
Oh,
We thugged it out in the country, man. We ain't care rock good and all. I don't but yeah, but yeah.
I feel like
So
the
see,
shoot.
grown-ups I feel like the grown-ups in his life knew he was
is
drinking that 10-year-old beer too.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I was thugging it out on the porch with a Coors Light, man. 10 years old, man. So yeah. But yeah, so I had left Marshall and we had moved to the Houston area, and so like I want to say like some years ago, well we went to well basically I used to go to one of my homeboys' house parties, man, and so we used to always try to find different shit to bring, and so of course that's where the high ABV started. I started going to gas stations. It was like like what can I find that's like a higher ABV, and so I grabbed I think it was like a Shiner beer that was like 8 or 9%, and so I brought it over one time and was like, shit, man, hey, this should probably get us fucked up, man. Let's see what's happening. So ended up drinking it, was lit, and was like, oh no, that's not the same, cool as like Bud Light situation.
right.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so after that the chase started. My first brewery that I went to down here was Carbach Brewing before they sold out to the big boys. Man, that was some good times. So after that, I just started researching more and more, and then started trying to find like black owned breweries, which is how I ended up being introduced to a Marcus Baskerville out there at Weather Soul. So just started, researching, and then of course I'm like a heavy trader now. So a lot of the times I don't even really be going to breweries, too much unless we're, of course we showing up to support somebody or something, because I keep like dang load of beer at home. I got like 2 fridges in the garage, boxes everywhere, man. So it's like so yeah, so it's like, now it's
can't.
like now it's my life now, so yeah, so
Yeah.
but yeah, so just ended up getting that itch from just trying to branch out and find different things, and then like I say, ended up going to that brewery, and then it just started that rabbit hole to where it just ate in my pockets for the rest of these days, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's
Do I eat
exactly
this
what it
cheeseburger or
does.
do I get this phone pack? You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
It's definitely so it definitely gets me, where I have to make those life decisions. But yeah. So yeah, that's how
Yeah,
it is though, bro.
all
that's
right,
funny.
all right.
Hmm.
So did
Uh,
like when like in your process, either of y'all, this is for both of y'all, but like in your process, did y'all think that this would be some craft beer would be something you would get into, like making, or you work at a brewery, y'all have
Yeah.
the Pint Exchange? Is this something that
Like
y'all thought you would have for?
even when y'all met,
Nah,
like was it a business, and it was
oh
just
no.
like, hey, I seen you at the
Right,
brewery, you the black
we can
dude.
drink.
Right.
Nah,
We
Yeah.
like
nah.
beer.
For me, I can't say that I did. For me, it was definitely a situation to where I'd always been on the scene, and so it just made sense to You know, I mean, my mentality on it is they done took so much money from me. Now it's time to get some money back from them. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, cheeseburger 4-pack. So now it's like, hey, let's try to find a creative way to try to get some money back from them. So it was a no brainer after then. So yeah, it didn't start that way, but then after looking at them bank statements for a few times, man, I was like, yeah, it's time to do something different. So
You
yeah,
was like, somebody gonna pay for these cheeseburgers.
Right.
exactly.
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 Can I get a
I'm gonna
can I
get
get a
that
2-pack
4-pack.
and one cheeseburger, please?
Exactly. Yeah. Just give me just hold the bread, put it on some lettuce for me. I'm just saying. So yeah, definitely, man. But no, man, it's been a blessing in disguise, man. Just being able to connect, and it made it easier once the business was established because of the fact that we had both pretty much been out on the scene. So even like some of the projects we did, they've been like seamless fits because of the fact that we've already knew people in advance. So I mean, so that always makes it easier because it's like now I'm not just a customer anymore. I'm a potential business client. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who came up with the Pint Exchange name? I guess it was I guess since you had already started it, I guess it was
Well,
like how did that come about?
I always say that at the end of the day, man, behind every man is a strong woman, man. So I came home one day and the way that it started was I ended up taking a picture, man, and I was at Flying Saucer, I believe downtown, and they had like a slow pour event for some beer, some kind of beer it was, and so I took a picture and brought it home and was showing my baby like, hey baby, look, I got this picture, man. What's happening? Like, and then she was like, okay, well, tell me what's going on tell me what's wrong with this picture. And I was like, damn, I got a booger in my nose. Like, am I wrinkled? Like, what's going on? Like, she was like, she said, why does everybody on this picture have a brand but you don't? I was like, oh, huh, okay, you might be on to something. So she has a cousin that's like a graphic designer. So I mean, at the end of the day, ended up working with her. She came up with the logo, and then of course the name. Of course, we wanted to have something that of course represented beer. So that's where the pint come from, and then exchange. It's universal in a bunch of ways. I mean, it can be like an exchange of information.
Right.
I end up I'm a trader, or a beer trader. So it'd be like, hey, just putting people on the new beers. You can put people on the new brewery. So it's like an exchange of information or knowledge or whatever. So just combine those two together, man, and just got it rocking. Like I say, she killed it on the logos, and then next thing you know, it's like, hey, let's get it popping.
Yeah, the logo is definitely
Yeah.
dope. Was
I
this
wanted
the logo?
Syndicate.
You wanted what?
I was wanting Syndicate, man. I was like the Pine Syndicate. I was like, man, that sounds fresh. He was like,
Too much.
Hold on to that one, Luis. Hold on to that
man,
one.
I came
That's a
back
good
three
one.
times, man. I came back 3 times. I was like, you know what? Syndicate. He was like, nah, man.
Hey, man, Pint Exchange, brother. We getting it and running with it.
Then he showed me the logo, and I was like, all right, let's go.
The
For
logo
That's-
definitely dope.
yeah, it'll change, and the logo will change your mind about things.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 'cause
But the Pint Syndicate, I like it.
That seems like
Hey,
like
Luis, have you
something
trademarked that
like
yet?
it, right?
Luis, have you took a trademark on that yet?
We have the trademark on the logos, but not on the Pine Syndicate. Nah, man. Look at you. You
Oh,
trying to
well,
steal
we
my-
out there in these streets.
We live right now, man. Come
Pint
on.
Syndicate is here.
Listen, man.
Everybody gonna
Somebody
know
got a
about
whole
my
new
stuff,
business
man.
now.
Everybody gonna know
We're
about my
making you
stuff.
famous out here, Luis.
That shit gonna get started tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you should have
Let
did
me
it.
go ahead and
before
start
you
this.
launched it. Do it right
this
now,
IG
man. Do it
page.
right now.
No, hold on. Let me get my
I'm gonna
phone.
start the IG page, and I'm gonna follow them.
It's already up. They got 13 pictures already.
Exactly.
They done posted it everything. Hashtagged up.
Exactly. Already. Yeah, definitely.
So like what because so you say that with the Pint Exchange, which y'all are a beer marketing company, a beer brand basically marketing, but like what made y'all go into that lane? Like you were just like, oh, you take good pictures and we here, we might as well take pictures and go for it and see what happened. Or
Yeah, I thought about it because at the end of the day, the thing that I was thinking outside the box on is like, of course, a lot of people are at breweries, but you don't really I mean, sometimes people are hire photographers and all that stuff to get capture photos, or most of the times you don't even get a chance to see what happens at breweries. And so so I was like, I knew that Luis was like a creative person, and of course he's his passport makes mine look like just bullshit. So he already had that photographer, that photographer in him. So I was like, you
Right.
know what? Let's start doing this at at breweries and stuff. And so and that's actually what's led to a couple of projects that we've done. As far as people take pictures, and Luis is killing it on the photos, and then the company are sliding to the inbox and like, hey man, we like what y'all doing. Keep it up. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if you like that, let's work. And then shit, it'll open that door. So yeah. So I mean, yeah, man, I think that was like one of the things that for me was like mainly missing, because of course you want to capture those memories. And so with Luis, like I say, being a creative person and being able to capture those moments, man, it just made it a seamless process.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
dope.
So as for the process, do you guys go into the breweries first and take the pictures and send them to them, or do you guys start the collaboration and then promote and market the brewery? How
I
does the
mean,
actual
really,
process work?
really, it's
We
just
visit.
go ahead.
We'll visit, we'll visit and we'll talk with them, and then as soon as they want to do the collab or whatever, we'll talk about, the collab and, what kind of beer we want to do and, what we want the beer to taste like and all that stuff first, before we actually go into doing all that. My photography more than likely will come out of, like brew day or a canning or even just, around the brewery. So, we'll do that just so we can show people the experience behind making a beer and stuff. So
Right.
Now, do y'all currently only focus in the Texas market, or do you go outside of Texas? Like, how does that
no,
do you go?
no, we did the collab in Denver as well.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah,
Wagwan, man. I say
yeah,
I
man.
hated to see them close, man. But yeah, they definitely great people, man. But yeah, we did a collaboration in Colorado. Yeah, so
So
What was the
how did
name of the
that work?
brewery?
Texas to Colorado. Go ahead, Yoda. What was the name of the brewery too? Yeah.
What was it?
Wagwan. They just
Welcome.
recently
Oh shit,
closed. Yeah, they recently
Yeah.
closed their tap room. So yeah, I was sad to see that, man. Like I say,
man.
I hope they bounce back, man. They were definitely
Yeah.
great people. So you say, how did
Yeah.
that happen?
Yeah, because you guys are in Texas and you got the Denver account. How did
Yeah,
the
I mean,
cross state promotion go?
yeah, I mean, of course, the same thing. Just basically, I don't know how they found our page. And so what ended up happening, they inboxed us and was like, hey, we love y'all page, and was wanting to do something with, black owned brands and all that stuff. And so what ended up happening, I was like, okay, cool. Now I knew that there was this brother named Darnell. He has a brand called the Crafty Brothers. He would promote like Denver breweries like left and right. I know that I had heard of Lady Justice through him, and like I say, he had talked about Wagwan as well. So as soon as they did that, I was like, okay, well, we appreciate the kind words and all that. Y'all let us know if y'all would like to work. And so they was like, sure, let's try to get a project together and get some other black owned brands. So the first thing that I did was reach out to the dude Darnell, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like I wouldn't have even known about this brewery if you wouldn't have
Right.
said nothing. So I was
Right.
like, hey
Right.
man, let's
That's
bring you in
awesome.
and let's go ahead and get a project going. And so we ended up
Yeah.
going down there, flying down there, what was that, in January? And which was
I was
crazy, man.
I think I was in
It was in
October.
January.
I was in
Huh?
October. It was in October. I flew down there first
Yeah.
and kind of felt them out. It's like, hey, how's it
Hmm.
going? What kind of beers do you do well? This and that. I tried all their beers, and yeah, they seem to do a really good IPA. So I was like, okay. So we started talking, throwing around ideas, and we came up with we wanted to do a black cherry IPA. So we talked about talked a little bit about how we wanted it to taste and everything, and then we went down there and we did the brew.
Yeah,
Man.
we did the collaboration. We flew down there in January, and which was crazy, man, because I had just had a car accident like the day before I was supposed to get on the plane.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so
Definitely.
yeah, I was out the hospital. and on the plane the next day.
Yeah.
So we flew down there in January, and then it was released in February. What was that? It wasn't last year. It was probably what 2021, I believe. Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, so it was it was a great time though, man. They were good
Nice.
people, man, and so
I
like
thought
I said,
we
that's
released MLK Day. I can't remember what it was.
man,
Never
man.
mind.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Either way, it was released one of them times. So,
It-
yeah.
We've had a few beers since then, so we
Right.
Yeah.
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 So
Anything from 2020 to now is like fuzzy
It's one
anyway.
day.
For anybody.
It's like it was a day ago. That happened yesterday.
all meshed
Or it could
together.
have happened 20 years ago. You never know. I don't know.
Together,
Yeah.
it's all 1 year.
Exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
So we got
someone-
one next week. We got another one next week, so we know that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely.
I guess it's safe to say that when you see pictures from the Pint Exchange, Luis, you're doing the photography. Is that how it goes?
The majority of them, yeah.
Yo, them
Now-
pictures be fire.
Now, were
Oh,
you
man.
already
Yeah.
taking pictures of like beer and stuff like that before? Like, were you actually ever doing, or were you just doing actual photography on something else, or were you already focusing on craft
mo-
beer and stuff like that?
Most of my stuff was travel photography. It was mostly travel photography. Didn't really do like beer stuff. I didn't really take pictures of beer that much. Yeah, just mostly just travel photography. I've been to about 20 countries at this point.
Huh.
And
You throw that out
Like I
there.
say, passport,
Little
my
humble,
passport
little
look
humble
like
right
shit.
Yeah. Anytime you get double digit countries, I've been to like 20 countries. And it's more than 20, right?
Yo.
He's been to more than 20. It's like
Yeah.
20.
no, I'm pretty sure it's 20. I had to go back.
Yo, he's just stunning on us like hell because he's gonna say just in case y'all thought Kendrick was lying.
Yeah, because Kendrick did say I got more passports than him. Yeah, he's right. I got 20 of them.
Put a number
How
out
many
there just in
Kendrick
case
got?
y'all thought y'all had
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw a number at 20.
Yeah, I'm stamped up shouty over here, man. What's that? Man? Come on, man.
America, the states in America are very, very nice, Kendrick.
Exactly.
You've been through 'em.
Yeah, exactly.
He just wanted to reiterate that Kendrick's passport is trash compared to
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah,
yeah, it is trash.
They both say the Pint
Wow.
Exchange, so they both say the Pint Exchange.
yeah, and that's only the passport book. What's on the inside is what counts. Them stamps. Shit. Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
definitely.
I actually had I had a what are they called? The people that check your passport? The TSA.
TSA.
Yeah, they looked at it and they were like, "Hey, what's the Pint Exchange?" And I was like, I got nervous. I was like, they gonna send me back somewhere. So I don't know where they send me.
Oh shit.
They gonna send me back.
Yeah. So our passport book has the Pint Exchange on it.
Logo.
So
That's
yeah.
dope.
So yes.
We gotta do that. Sidebar.
Yeah,
Brews and Banter podcast.
yeah, I like
Passport
that. I
stamp.
like it.
Yeah.
So it's like the actual jacket, like the
Yeah.
face of the.
Yeah.
book?
Yeah.
You can get custom passports.
Man,
Full
I gotta
custom
see if I.
passport book covers.
It wasn't even
Yeah.
that much. It was like $20.
$20 extra. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, watch this. Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm about to be the new Black Avenger. Black
Lou shit gonna say the Pint Syndicate.
Don't send me that photo.
Hurry up, you better hurry up, Luis. Hurry up, hurry up.
I'm sending it, man. It's popping. I'm telling you, it's gonna get started tomorrow, man.
You gonna have the pictures and everything and be like, "What's up, man?"
Look. You know
You
how
know that-
I always charge them 10%. Luis, I owe you 10%. I'm gonna owe you 10% after I get this.
I'm happy now. I'm happy now.
There you go.
Get them royalties in, man. For sure.
For sure. I'm not afraid to pay.
Would you already did you when you were doing your traveling pictures, you already were doing the social media thing, or you were just doing it for yourself?
Yeah. So yeah, I was doing the social media. I was doing, photography in the social media, on a different name. But yeah, it was, I was going breweries as well, doing breweries here and there, in different countries and stuff. So yeah.
Flex.
You could have just left it. Like, why you keep doing this? You could have just left it at
Exactly,
different breweries
different countries.
in different
You know,
countries
man.
and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
some of those
Man, I
20.
done been.
I didn't take
to
pictures
Mexico,
back then.
man.
I
That's
didn't take
it,
pictures
man.
of them foreign breweries, but I was there. I definitely was there.
Man, I done been to Mexico, and that's it, man. That's it. That's it. God damn, man.
But
Like
after
different
cricket,
breweries
was a
and
lot,
just
a lot of
stop. He
breweries.
had to
After
say,
cricket. Yeah, I went to some
Yeah,
international
man.
stuff.
different
Man. I
countries.
got 20 passport stamps. Don't
I like
forget
that. I like that.
Right.
Nah, actually, you don't get that many stamps. You don't. You, actually, whenever you're in a certain regions and stuff, you don't get stamps. So
Really?
yeah,
Fancy.
I thought
Yeah.
every time you went to a country, that
Nah,
lets you know
nah.
how many
Well, because-
countries I've been to.
Well, because
Yeah,
if
if
you
you're
in
in
the-
if you're like
if
in
it's
the
in the
European
European
Union,
Union,
it's all the same
yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, it's the
Ah,
same
gotcha.
thing.
Because
You
yeah,
don't have
because
to
you
get-
don't even
yeah.
do you even need to show your passport when you ride a
Nah,
train?
nah.
Yeah,
nah,
like when
you
you on
got
the
a
train,
train.
stuff. I think it's just
You
the
got a train,
airplane.
yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, besides the collabs and the picture marketing, like, do you do events where people can exchange pints? Like, do you do those type of events as well?
Yeah, man, we do,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
We do a lot of charitable things as well, man. Last year we had a back to school drive. That was
Okay.
pretty awesome, man. We had donated a bunch of supplies to a elementary school, and so we plan on revisiting that hopefully this year, man. Because yeah, that was a good time, Because I mean, for me, it's like I mean, being from the country, man, I love giving back. So that's definitely one of the things. And so another thing that we would do from time to time is we would host events. Muhammad Odell that runs Brew Rose, and we need to start back doing this. But what we would do is we would go like once a quarter. We'll go to a brewery, have an event, tell people to pull up, and then we'll have like a running tab, and people won't even know that we're paying for their beer. So until it's like, hey, just tell them put it on my tab, and so then we'll end up, just doing stuff like that. That which of course it boosts the brewery because you get more people to come in, but then also, it's good to have that that camaraderie and fellowship with your craft beer community, man. So yeah, we
Absolutely.
do host
Yeah.
events as well for sure.
That's
Oh, nice.
awesome, man. That's
Oh,
really
the food
dope.
drive. And the food drive. We do the food drive as well.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did a food drive as well. Yeah, we did that a couple for at least a couple of years in a row. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And
Yeah.
Kendrick and Louis. Go ahead, Rob.
No, I was just saying that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna ask you, like, all these things that you guys are doing, and you said it was 3 of y'all. Is there any more? Who's the members of y'all team, and like what do they do?
Oh,
Is
it's
it
just
the
us.
2 of y'all? Is it
Yeah, it's
just
just
the
us.
2 of y'all?
Yeah,
Shit.
just us.
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn, we gotta work more. We gotta work harder, guys. We gotta do more shit, man.
Man, y'all in
I
episode
be tired,
196, man. Y'all are doing
Yeah,
your
right.
thing, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Pop
we
collar,
just
man.
once a
Talk
week. I
your
don't
shit,
look,
man.
look, I
Yo.
don't take enough pictures. I don't got enough
Yeah,
stamps.
talk
That's a
your
lot.
shit, man.
Yeah,
Episode
I need to take a
196,
nap.
man.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah, we was just glad to get like what 500 followers or something like that. We was,
Yeah, man. I was like,
like,
shit,
yeah, we
like,
doing it. We
Yeah,
doing
I mean,
it.
yeah, shit.
yo,
Now we
let
had
me tell you
now we had
something about
1,000. We were
Yeah,
like, oh
but
my
500
god.
followers,
Yo.
500 followers don't make you tired. Like getting 1,000 followers don't make
Yeah.
you tired. Like doing the food
Yeah.
drive, like doing the
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
outwork outreach
Man,
that
them
y'all doing. Like,
followers
that's
don't-
really good shit, man. Followers don't
follower
matter.
numbers
man.
don't mean nothing, man.
Not at all,
Nah,
man.
man.
Like all that
Yeah,
matters is
man.
what y'all doing that to promote y'all business and to promote the community that y'all live in. That's
Yeah.
dope
Yeah,
shit,
definitely,
man.
man.
That's
Yeah,
really
the
good,
followers.
man.
Yeah, the followers they're good, but at the end of the day, I take it back when I was a little younger, man. I was out there thugging and rapping, man, in the studio, man. And so I would come out and people would be like, man, that
MC
verse was
such and such.
that verse was hella dope. And I'm like, okay, but are you gonna buy the CD though? So I mean, at the
Right,
end
though.
of
I
the day,
need you
you
by
can
the whole 16.
exactly. So I mean, and that's
Yeah.
my thing. Like, you can have all the followers in the world, but if they don't really support you, then they
Right.
just
Yeah.
numbers, man. So I mean, so
Yep.
yeah, so that's why we take time to get out here in these people's faces and like,
Yeah.
hey, man, we
Yeah.
really do this. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
the people that are there, they're actually organic. So if people that we talk to face to face, that we've met, that will come to our events because when we do events, we get a lot of people coming to the event,
Yeah.
and we get a lot of support, and we absolutely appreciate all the support that we've gotten, and it's been a true blessing, for us, to have all the people support us.
Yeah, man, because that's for me. That's what's important, man. It's having that community that supports you, man. Because for me, it's like like I tell my homeboy, I can't be in a situation to where I actually pull up to your house and you pull up to my house and we sit over here exchanging beers and drinking and all this, and then you have an event and I ain't gonna show up. Like,
Right.
nah, man. Like, I really, for me, I'm really out here in these streets like that because at the end of the day, it's like, that's what it's all, it's what it's all about. Like you say, organic and all that. I mean, there's been a time to where we had an event you know, like one day, and then there was a one of the homies had an event the same day, like an hour and a half away from where I live. And I was like,
Yeah.
shit, I'm gonna do both because at the end of the day, at the end
Right.
of the day, that support matters. So I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
Facts.
Right.
yeah.
Or
Now,
we'll do a divide and conquer type of thing. You know what I'm saying? If we can,
Mhm.
right, right.
it, then,
Now,
he'll go to
now,
this one and I'll go to that one.
now, this is, I guess, a two-part question. Besides the charitable stuff, is there one event or one collaboration that you did that you were like, oh, you know what, this Pint Exchange thing, this is it. I like this. And is there one project that you worked on that you thought was like remarkable and that was like you're really proud of?
You want to
Balcones,
handle
brother.
that? Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
I was getting ready to say. He
Balcones.
got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Balcones,
So
man. Yeah. You go ahead and talk about it.
yeah, so I'm from Waco, and we have a distillery in Waco, whiskey distillery in Waco that's actually pretty big, Balcones. And we went out there and we did a collab with them. We did a barrel aged beer with them, barrel aged stout. It was actually half barrel aged in whiskey and half barrel aged in rum, and then we blended the two. The beer is phenomenal, but honestly, the people there, having them bringing us in and respecting our ideas, and respecting us as individuals and as a business, that was the big thing for us. It was great. And for me, doing a collab with a brewery slash distillery, like that in my own hometown was really really dope. So
What was the name of that beer? Get smashed quickly.
Right.
it was called Exchange.
Exactly.
What was it
They
called?
respected us so much they called it Exchange.
Okay.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Because the way you described it sounds like it should just be called drunk.
And it was
The floor,
14.7%.
on the floor. How much?
14.7.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yep. That was it.
Y'all ain't right.
But did you say only? Did you say only?
Yeah, he did say. I feel like only
Hey, you know
came
me.
out
I'm
of his mouth.
a high
We were
ABV
aiming
man,
higher,
so
man. We were
I'm in
aiming
there.
higher.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah,
Even
definitely.
higher.
We were 116, man. We were going up there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, to echo the same thing with him. I felt like that was like one of the biggest projects for us. I mean, of course, any project that we do is good. But yeah, I think that was like a big one because that really, for me, it brought a different side to us because I ain't gonna lie, man. Somebody was like, "Hey, man, y'all did a good beer, man. Y'all need to go ahead and go out to a couple of these Houston breweries and teach them how to do it." I'm like, "Hey, man, it don't work like that, man. I'm not gonna go ahead and try to, I always tell people I never want to take the title brewer away from the people that actually do it. Like, of
Right.
course, we're the brands that collaborate. Like, the people that do the work, the writing recipes and all that, those are the brewers and those are the people that deserve those titles. Yeah, but just because we collaborate don't mean that I'm gonna go into another brewer and be like, hey man, change these hops and I want to use this grain. Like, nah, bro, I ain't finna add none of that. So yeah, so I mean for me,
Gotcha.
that did like I say, and then it also brought Balcones into the Houston market as far as beer. Like before they came, nobody knew. Well, I mean, a few people that probably been there have went probably knew, but not a lot of people knew that
Yeah.
Balcones brew beer. So I mean, so they had like four. They usually have like at least four beers at least on tap inside their distillery tap room. So it was good that they were introduced to the Houston market as well. And then the feedback that we got, it was awesome because I didn't even know how the beer was going to taste. I mean, we had did a sampling when it was like uncarbed. So, we tasted both and it was like, hey man, fuck it, let's just blend it. So we just decided to blend it. And I mean, just to try it, man, it was amazing. So
Mm.
I definitely that was like the one that really meant, and of course, like I say, for Luis, with it being from his hometown, man, I know that was near and dear to his heart. So man, so that definitely made it do what it do. As far as the charity event that really meant the most to me as a father, it was probably the back to school drive because, you know, we was going after like an area that was like, one of the lower income areas in the city of Houston. And so being able to, donate all those supplies, man, that really meant a lot to me. Because like I said, as a father from the country myself, we didn't have everything growing up. And so to be able to give back to the community, man, is like something that I always jump at the opportunity at. So that event there was probably the one that tugged at the heart a little bit the most. For sure.
That's awesome, guys.
That's dope.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
for sure.
I like it.
All right. Now I know you mentioned, I guess you both mentioned a couple of times that you have a collab coming up. Can you tell us more about that one, or is it still being worked out? Like, how's that going?
Oh no, it's already in cans out here in these streets. Well, I mean, hell, we was like, damn, because I mean the official release is like shit next week, but I seen the can on in a chat like
What?
great fucking beer, guys. I was like, what the fuck?
That's my beer. That's my
I was
beer.
like, what the hell? He was like, y'all did a great job. What the hell? Like, how did you get it? So man, we still sitting around trying to do a little witch hunt. Like, who the hell made this man making this can of beer? But nah, man. But so yeah, it's a barley wine, man, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect, man. The timing could have been more perfect for it because True Anomaly, they're like one of the best breweries in Houston, and they just had a Texas Craft Brewers Guild like a cup little competition or whatever, and so they actually won Brewery of the Year for like, and it was like split. They True Anomaly and then another brewery called Vector, and I think it was based upon the number the amount of beer that was produced. So they got the larger category. But True Anomaly, man, there's this brother named Eric that's the head brewer, and so it's a barley wine that's coming, man. It's called Super Heavy, and of course, 15.7%.
I was about to say that thing heavy. Barley wine's already got a high ABV.
That thing in the bottle, huh?
It's in a whole. It come in a barrel shaped cans.
No, it's in cans, man. I actually, before we get off of here, I'm gonna go get the can and show you the can because I'm gonna have to get another beer anyway. I'm already dumped.
Yeah, I don't know why I just sound like it was something that was being a bottle to me.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy though because I mean, like I say, that 14.7 with Balcones, man, I was like, shit, man, that's what's up. But then dude was like, oh yeah, this one's gonna be 15.7. Oh shit, we going higher. Okay, this is my lane then. Shit, this is my lane.
So when y'all walk into the collaboration, do you always say, hey, give me a teenage ABV?
Man, I would love to. Well, for me with the Balcones one, that was definitely my plan. Because for me, I was like, man, I mean, of course, they're a distillery anyway. Y'all got y'all own barrels. Yeah, so I mean, it ain't like you ain't got to buy no barrels from nobody. Right. Like, let's shoot this motherfucker up. Because for me, like I said, I'm a high ABV person. Luis, he's universal. But I mean, for me, I'm trying to, hey man, give me a 20% of shit. Here, let's go. So I mean, that's just me. Because for me, the biggest thing.
Terrarian.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. The homie cool. I met him at Bell and Flow too. Yep. Yeah. Had one of his. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So for me, the thing for me for high ABVs is like back in the Gap. Of course, you coming up, man. You drink these Bud Lights and Budweisers, and I mean, we're going through all these 18 packs and shit. So it's like shit. All I'm doing is pissing that out. I'm like, let me go ahead and just drink like 1 or 2 beers, and then I'm cool. And then of course it keeps the gut down, and then I'm good. So, sometimes, if I'm trying to have a good time, get that little high ABV beer, a little bourbon, a little extra recreational products, and just go about my beer.
The fact that you chopped that off with bourbon is crazy.
Right, that's not great. You still drinking bourbon after
22 ABV and a shot of bourbon.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. Like I say, that's what I do.
No.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. And as much stuff that I got at home, man, I'm glad that I'm not like a functional alcoholic. I only like drink on the weekends But when I do, I turns it up, man. for
He be
sure.
sleeping good.
Telling you. Oh man, I'm telling you.
I'm-
And I
I
work
don't
from
know if
home
that's
too.
sleep. That's a
No.
fat though.
Mhm.
That's not a, you didn't go to sleep on
Yeah.
purpose. You passed out.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely, man. For sure. Yeah, but I'm gonna get that can in a few minutes because, like I said, I gotta get me another. I'm gonna go get me some more, some different bourbon, and then
How many glasses are you drinking out of?
I got my clear glass right here. This is from Alvarado Street, which is a whiskey glass. But then this is my bourbon glass right here. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm out here, man.
You like
I
tomorrow is
say,
President's Day. I'm good.
exactly.
You must be off tomorrow.
Mhm. Like I
Well,
say,
Weezy
man, all I
told-
got.
Go ahead, Kendrick. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm just saying. All I gotta do is roll over and log onto my computer in the morning. Be good,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
For sure.
Also,
for sure.
President's Day
It's
is
a
not a holiday for
celebration.
your job.
Not for me. No.
Yeah, me neither.
Definitely not.
I'll be at work too. I'll be at work.
Yo, so with the Pint Exchange, what else are y'all looking at getting into? Like, is there a specific brewery that y'all trying to reach and do a collab with, or is it just that you just gonna keep just going with the flow and whoever y'all connect with, you connect with?
For me, I just say just keep going with the flow, man. I mean, the opportunities will present themselves, when they do, man. Like I said, I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far, anyway, man. Because, for me, this is just a idea that was just, thought about just sitting on the floor in the living room, man. So to even see that, we got supporters and people out here that that know us by name, and for me, it's a surreal moment, like I say. So for me, just to keep doing it, and like I say, I mean, if you keep doing good stuff as good people, man, the great things will happen and they'll come to you. So I mean, so I'm not even pressed on aiming for a certain brewery or nothing. Like whatever happens, we'll put our 100% into it, and we'll make it do what it do anyway.
Are you aiming for a specific like goal for the company? As a company, like what are y'all looking at 5 years from now, 3 years, whatever?
Honestly, I can't say that there's a particular goal right now. I think, of course, we'll have some conversations, within the near future about what the next direction would be. Because, of course, this thing that we're doing is fun right now. But, of course, it's like for me, I eventually want to jump into something that's going to, if I wanted to get lit as hell tonight and not have to roll over and log onto a computer,
Right.
that's
That's
my
right. Yeah, right.
that's my next goal. Of course, like I say,
Yes.
this is fun, like I say, but then anything that ain't producing more than what I'm logging on for for me, it's like a hobby. So this is fun, but yeah, my next goal, well, our next goal is to find out what's that's gonna make me, not have to log on to nobody else's computer in the morning. Yeah. So
I don't even know if y'all said, but maybe I missed it. How long have y'all like the one pint, the actual Pint Exchange been around?
What was it, 2020 that we started?
2020.
Yeah,
It'll
2020.
be, it'll be 3 years.
Yeah, it'll be 3 years this year.
June.
This is right before the pandemic or during the pandemic?
Yeah,
was
probably like
right
I think I got my
right.
paperwork done like in April, because I think that was like
Oh,
right
sorry.
around my birthday.
Yeah,
So I
so
was
that
like,
was
this is my birthday present.
Yeah.
LLC is my
But they're
birthday
in Texas,
present.
so
So yeah,
it never the pandemic.
Yeah, the
happened.
pandemic never happened in
Right.
Texas. It
Right.
didn't have a pandemic until 2021.
The South didn't get the
We
pandemic.
were still grinding though, man. We still grinding during the pandemic. We were
Yeah,
still
we know. Everybody in Texas was grinding during the pandemic.
Yeah, everybody
Was it a
was
pandemic down there?
outside.
Y'all was still outside. Y'all was still
oh yeah, just masked up, but we was out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
We got the, I think we might still got some of the Pint Exchange masks. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, for sure.
Send me one. I'll take one of those. I still wear that.
For sure.
Now going back to Yo's question again. Now, if you had a list of breweries or even a top brewery, and you had to name one, is there one that is on the top of your list?
Oh man.
For me,
Well, as far as like the drink or to work with?
No, on your collab list. Like if there's like,
and if you don't want to say it out loud, you could just say you got one.
Well, if you say it, it's manifestation.
Yeah, y'all did say y'all manifest stuff.
I would want to do something international, man. Honestly, I would want to do something international. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, 21 stamps.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got you,
Exactly.
Louis. I got you.
And then
Yeah, he keep trying to throw that out there in a slick way.
He humble as hell though.
Internationally.
It's so humble though. You never know.
and then a second stamp for me. Right. Like, shit, man. I ain't never had time for this shit, man. For me, if I did say that I would, it would probably be Weather Souls, man.
Okay.
Marcus is a good buddy of mine. But I never, of course, we just have like a great friendship. I never approach him on a business thing anyway. Like I genuinely support the man. Like, hey, how your wife? How your lady and your kids? Like, like highs. I really organically, connect with that brother. So, but I've been a member of his since pretty much like day one. And but like I said, I just never approached him about it. Because one thing that I like about his brews, man, that boy be like, a lot of these brewers be cheating with these extracts and all that there, man. That boy be over there hand roasting hazelnuts and shit, and I'm like, man, hey, you really put the thought process behind this. So
I
yeah,
think
if
Weather Souls is what made me like stouts.
yeah. So for me, I'm a member, man. Been a member and keep and stay in there. So if I did say that there was a dream brewery that I would want to work with, it would be them because of the fact, like I said, their staff is awesome, man. Every time I go down, they always treat me like family, man. So yeah, that would be my bucket list one.
Right, and now they got two.
It's in
Yeah,
Charlotte.
the Charlotte location.
Right.
Yep, for sure.
So Luis, I'm
Right,
sure
right,
you
okay.
know. I'm sure you know Weather Souls, but you don't know him, and maybe not as well as Kendrick. So you just go ahead and do it, and then Kendrick, you call up that Belgian beer company that Luis is looking for, so you can get your second passport. And he can get his 21st. Y'all just cross promote. Yeah, y'all got it. Y'all got this, man. Y'all got this.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm gonna send that over to you and be like, man, this is the idea. That you
Just
can
send him
have
the
the
script.
syndicate. You can have the syndicate. I'm gonna take this.
That's fine. That's fine. Look, no 10% exchange. Look, no 10% exchange. We just do.
No, I'm
we just
gonna.
did it
I
right
want.
there.
I still want the 10%.
Oh, well, I need the 10% too. Then it ain't. You can't just, man. You can't get an extra stamp on your passport and not give me 10%.
Nah, it's called Bogart. Baby. Bogart.
This dude's Humphrey over here. This Humphrey is over here messing up my podcast.
Stupid.
We got the same name, Louise. Come on, man. Help me out. Like, nope.
He said, "No, we don't."
Well, don't put that in there. Don't put that in there.
I'm trying to be sentimental and emotional with you, Louise. Man. He's like, nah, I don't got time for that 10%. Give it to me. I like it.
Now, folks who are really into photography and see some of your work on the page and anywhere else they see it, like what is the equipment or the equipment that you use to do your shot? Do your shots?
I use a Nikon 5600. I mean, it's just my base, and then my lens is 17 to 55.
Okay.
I usually shoot 35 millimeter. Most of my shots are 35 millimeter. But, yeah.
Is that how you say that? I think I said it wrong all these years. Then
What?
Nikon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I say Nikon.
I don't know if it was
Is
right
that like
or wrong.
Pecan? Nikon? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, the middle
I mean, you would know better than me. I didn't know.
For years, I was saying Nikon. It's what they say overseas. But
and that's probably
There
right.
you go again. Here we go. This is the fifth time that's what they say overseas. Where have you been?
Oh no.
In Japan,
He be over there, man. He be over there.
It's a Japanese brand too, so.
Right. In Japan, they say Nikon, so that's what I say.
Yeah,
That's what I say. Yeah, I say how did Japan say it?
Because when I was there, right? They said
I said Nikon, but they was like, "What are you talking about?" I get it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, Luis, do you do any more freelance photography, or are you just strictly with the Pint Exchange, or do you do more anything else?
I do. Honestly, I've gotten into more into street photography here lately. But no, not really. Not really to where I get paid for it like that. It's more of a hobby for me.
When you say street photography, what you mean?
Going out into the street and taking pictures of people random and
Okay,
You know,
okay.
a little, yeah, here
Just
and
basically
there.
action shots on the road.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
or
gotcha.
you know, like you know, buildings, of course, you know,
Mhm,
streets,
mhm.
street lines, stuff like that. You know, yeah. I
Nice.
took some, you know, some bridges out in Brooklyn when I was there. You know, Manhattan, you
I
know,
thought he was
stuff
gonna
like
say
that.
some overseas shit. You know, I took a couple pictures.
Yeah. No.
I thought he was gonna throw that shit out there one more again.
I was over
We
in my apartment
still
in
got like
Paris.
10-15 minutes. It's coming. It's
I
coming.
was,
Yeah.
I was waiting. You know, I was
Took
just
a couple.
taking
Hold on, let me write it
in
down real
Berlin.
quick.
Yeah, man. I was eating a bagel in Germany and decided to snap this flick.
You know what? I wanted to take a picture of that bagel, man. I had to take a picture
Yeah,
of it. It looked so good.
man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There
I
was
brought
like a
that can.
French dude in the back. There was like, you know, it was like
Yeah.
You needed for that picture. It was
They
there.
kept saying it was a baguette, but I was like, no, it's a bagel.
Nah,
It's a bagel. It's a bagel.
he's talking to me as I'm taking the picture, so I just wanted to.
Right, exactly.
That's funny.
Oh man, but here's the super heavy man. Here's the can.
Oh, nice. That's
I'll
okay.
make sure to get y'all send some y'all way once we do the
Yes,
official release.
please
Yeah,
do.
so
Barley
so
wine
yeah,
is
like I
good.
said, it's a barley wine. Like I say, 15.7%. It's a collaboration with us, True Anomaly, and my buddy Odell Hamilton, which runs Brew Bros. And so
Mhm.
great people, man. Like I say, the timing couldn't be better, especially with True Anomaly winning that award. So all eyes are definitely gonna be on
Yeah.
them, especially. So it was good
Right.
to get in that collab, and so yeah, it's gonna be a good event next Sunday. Um, got a buddy that's gonna be DJing over there, and then it's gonna be like basically a DJ and beer release event all in one. So
Nice.
it'll be good, man. Definitely.
Yeah,
So
man. That sound dope.
definitely.
Yeah.
I
So I'm
can't
on
wait
beer
to
number
taste
two,
that, though.
man. Oh yeah, I got y'all,
I'm
man.
ready.
So yeah,
I'm ready for that.
I
Yo,
need that.
I got
so
y'all.
with normal, I'm not sure of normal barley wine. I know the first time I had a barley wine, I had a lot of sediment at the bottom of it. Do yours have sediment or no?
You know what? I'd have to get back to you on it because I drunk my can so fast during the Super Bowl, man. I couldn't even tell you if there was sediment on that motherfucker or not.
I
I
didn't
appreciate
see
you,
it.
Kendrick. If it was sediment, you drunk it. It was gone.
Exactly. That motherfucker's still in there today.
Love
I don't
it.
think
Love it.
they've set. I don't think they've set long
Yeah,
enough for us.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
maybe that's why. That could be it.
yeah,
Got you.
Mhm.
He said, I
All right,
drink
this
it
has
all
been number two,
long.
man. Yeah. So what y'all drinking on over there, man?
Nope,
Y'all know
nope.
I
Oh,
drink
I'm
it.
done. I'm done. We
No,
do.
no,
We
no,
do.
no.
Nope, we do one beer.
Nope.
We one beer show, sir.
Yo, that
Oh shit. Well,
Don't do
somebody should have told me
two
that.
beers in the bourbon. 2 beers in the
Yeah.
bourbon is a
Well,
drunk
I
day
don't.
for
Hey,
me.
I'm on a second beer and a second bourbon,
yo,
man. Let's
man,
get
you
it.
just
Good
you
Lord.
killing
man.
him. You know what?
Come on, man.
You
You
know, it's
enjoy
funny
that.
when he said he went to the brew early in his brew career, his beer career. He was like, I went to the shop, and I was looking. I got an 8%, and I was so
Yeah.
excited about it. Now he brewing like
Yeah.
14%ers
Hey,
and drinking
absolutely.
bourbon
Let's
with
get
it.
it. Yeah, let's get it, man.
Drinking since he was 10. Just
Yeah, exactly. Sitting on the porch in the country,
Yo,
man.
you
That's what it
he
must
was.
probably was
drink a lot of
Probably was
water.
driving when he was 9. There's a lot of stuff going on in Texas.
Well, I
I don't
thought the
get.
same thing when he said he was drinking.
No, I knew he was driving. I know he drove when he was
He probably had
11.
his first
He was
car.
definitely
Nah,
driving.
them just
when he
go
was
karts,
11.
man. Them just go karts, man. Just go karts.
That was he had his first car at 10. Like
Texas is
Oh,
different,
man.
man. Texas is
Oh,
totally
definitely.
different.
Absolutely. For sure,
So,
definitely.
so I see all the collabs you do and all that. Do you each have a individual favorite style? Like, what is your favorite beer style? Like, what do you personally like?
For me, I love stouts. In particular, either the Russian Imperial or the pastries, man. Especially if done right. Of course, you know the Russians, they usually let the barrel speak for themselves and all that good stuff. If you had a barrel aged one, but pastries, you know, a lot of people they do it, but sometimes, like I say, when you do those artificial flavors, it really don't, you know, make it do what it do. Which is why, like I say, I respect Marcus because when he out here hand roasting hazelnuts and shit, you can actually taste the quality in the product that he does. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so
Are you
definitely,
an all
man.
year round stout, Kendrick? Stout
Oh
drinker?
man,
All year round?
365, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
365.
I like that in you, man.
Me
I
too.
like
100
I
degrees
like the stout
outside,
drinkers.
man. I'm out there. I'm
Yeah,
not.
I like when people say my favorite style is stout, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna drink one in the summertime." Like,
Yeah,
if
like,
your favorite
hey,
style,
come
if
on,
your
man.
favorite, drink it all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. Favorite style.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those seasonal drinkers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
hell
it can't be
man.
your favorite if you only drink it 3 months out the year.
Right.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
Good stout is good all year round. I
It
understand.
really, it don't matter. It don't have to be
Yeah.
get you warm to be warm.
Right.
It's already warm.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
Luis?
All
What kind of style you like?
You know what? I actually like my favorite's always going to be Riz. Yeah, Russian Imperial stouts. I mean, that's
Oh.
all day. Yeah, man. I love stouts. Like him, I you know we've always drank stouts year round. So you know, summertime, you know, sun beating down, 100 degrees. You know, we still
Right.
14%.
we still feeding the sweat,
Bring
man.
it.
We still feeding the sweat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think Weather Souls had a what was it? What was that joint I got from them at when it was the Fresh Fest? Damn, it was like a chai something. It was a stout though, and that thing changed my life, boy.
Yeah.
I was like, this
Told
is
you,
crazy.
Man, hand roasting hazelnuts, man. I'm just saying, bro. Shit. Boys out there doing it, man.
Say about a
I'm
few
like,
years ago. No, it wasn't even a few years ago, man. Why do I say that? It was back in 16, maybe 15, something like that, man. So this was when Buffalo Bayou was actually like doing big things, and they were at a beer festival, and they did a joint called Reindeer Tears. And it was a barrel-aged stout. Oh, now, you know that it's a good beer. It's a good stout. If the other breweries that you're going around seeing are talking about, hey, did you try that Reindeer Tears?
Wow.
Yeah, you know.
Let me turn around and go back to get
Right.
that.
You gotta stop immediately and go get it.
Right, like don't get mine.
Yeah,
Come back after you tasted that.
I had two, and then the third one, yeah, they were already out. So I was like, okay.
Okay.
But it was good.
They're not doing.
Was that a
they're not doing
one-off?
things
Was
like
the
that no
reindeer
more.
tears a one-off?
It was.
Yeah,
And that sucks.
I didn't realize at the time because I wasn't into it like that. So
Yeah.
I was just going to beer festivals. So yeah, but oh my god, yeah, it was beautiful. It was.
Let me ask you a little follow-up to that. Was that you said that you wasn't really into stouts before you had that?
No. I wasn't really
Okay.
into like going to breweries.
Beer fest. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I was just basically going to the beer festivals.
Yeah.
And
So you walked away that day like, oh, I can't wait to get that next week.
Yeah.
And,
Nah, because I mean Buffalo Bayou, that was like,
yeah.
I mean, that was the place to go, you know,
Mhm.
back when, you know, like Carbach, before, you know, Sad Day, but you know, and in Buffalo Bayou, I mean, they had a little place, you know, they were doing, oh my God, insane, you know, barrel-aged beers and, you know, just really great stuff, you know, but you know, things change, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, time has passed them by tremendously. But yeah, unfortunately. Let me sip on that one. This week.
Pour something out.
I definitely appreciate y'all Texas beer history though. Like y'all done gave a good like 20-15 year history of the Texas beer scene. It feels like like how they came about since y'all been drinking pretty much. That's dope.
Are y'all in like near each other? Like as far as locations?
I live in Katy, and Luis is in probably about an hour away, almost about an hour away.
Okay.
So,
In Texas, that's close.
I was about to say that's
That's
a whole nother
Yeah, you talking about an hour with us? We're in a whole other state.
that's what I'm saying. And that's what people don't understand, man. That's what people don't understand, man. I be in these craft beer groups, man, and bros be flying in from all over the country.
Yeah.
And be like, "Hey, bro, what's happening, man? Hey, man, let's link up." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Where you at, bro? I'm in Dallas."
Oh,
Nigga,
yeah,
I'm 3.5 hours.
Right.
That ain't right up the road for
I was
me, bro.
thinking he was gonna say, "Okay, I'll see you in 4 hours."
Man, hey, bro, you gotta tell me that in like 2 weeks in advance. I gotta plan my calendar right.
I got the plan
That's
for
the
that
trick.
ride.
People don't understand. People don't understand how big Texas is. Because, like I say, man, I'd be amazed because like I was saying earlier about the homie Rodney, he up there in Connecticut, man.
Yeah.
And so he'd be like, yeah, man, I'm getting ready to get on this ferry. I'm gonna go to New York. I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Right,
Shit, man, it's that damn close. You can just jump on a ferry and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
He can
you
round. He
can't
can
do that
round
shit,
trip. He
man.
can round the trip to New York 30 times before you
Yep.
get to Louise.
Yeah. And so I had to change my mentality and my mind frame when I moved to the Houston area because I'm from a small city. So if we drive like 45 minutes, you done passed over 3 cities. Over here in Houston, pretty much, you drive 45 minutes. You probably still in traffic on the same side of town. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang. So you know, so it's man, it's different out there, man.
Yeah.
In Delaware, you can hit 4 different states in one day.
Yeah.
In a couple
More than
hours.
that. Come on, man. Don't lie to him.
saying,
Don't
man.
lie to him.
I'm
We
just
take a
saying,
take a
like,
trip.
I'm
We
just-
get to Florida.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's so
In the
small
time,
that
in the time
I
it takes
ran
them to
out.
get from Texas to Texas, like from East Texas to
Yeah.
West Texas, we
Yeah.
can get to
Yeah,
the
that's
bottom
true.
of Georgia.
What, 12
That's
hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12
Yeah,
hours.
oh,
12
yeah,
hours.
yeah,
I can
that's
get. I can see
we-
my mama. My mama
Yeah,
lives
I
in
understand.
Norcross,
But I'm
Georgia.
saying like with us in Delaware, like you drive an hour or so, you either gonna end up in Jersey, Maryland,
Mhm.
or Pennsylvania. It's so easy. Like I've been through all 3
Yeah.
states in one day, just
Yeah.
going around shopping like for the kids.
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
Nah, man.
That's
It's
why I
like
like
the
Delaware.
tri-state
You
area for a reason.
yeah, and then if I want to go a little further and take a little ride, I can end up in New York in 2 hours. So I'm like,
I was about to say a little ride. It's tiny compared to what they doing. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
that's
Yeah.
why
I forgot,
keep
man.
imagining shit like
I
that.
forgot
say-
what
they say,
city
like-
it is.
They
Oh,
say
go
like
ahead,
more
bro.
than like half the people in the country live like 2 hours away from Atlantic City.
Mm.
Crazy, man.
Man, I forgot what sign that is and what city, man. You drive and then you see whatever city that you get into nearest is like 40 something miles, and then it said El Paso 800 and something miles away. Like, man, get the hell out of here. I don't do this shit, man.
We don't have
Why
no
are you
sign that
telling
say
me at this
800
point?
miles. We don't have
If
no
it's-
sign that say 800 miles to the
No,
next
no,
site
no.
in Delaware,
Man,
unless you're in California.
I don't even want to see a sign that tells me, like, why are you telling me at this point?
That's
800
sad,
miles? I
right?
can't
That's
know
the
when I
problem.
get
I'm not going. If I see that, I'm not going to El Paso today. Like I can't go to El Paso today. Like
Ever.
no, I'll be there
Yeah.
Thursday.
I'm finna have to get on a plane to go to El Paso, man. I ain't finna play
El
with that.
Paso, you gotta really look at the flights. Like how are the flights looking to El Paso?
Yo, but one thing I can say is that
Miles.
with y'all being in Texas, big state, I mean, that's a bigger opportunity for y'all.
Yeah,
So-
definitely. Yeah, definitely, man. The
Yeah,
Houston,
so-
the Houston beer scene is, is getting bigger, man. I think that we need way more breweries than we have, because of course, being one of the biggest cities in the world, man, you know, it's
Right,
like
yeah.
you need more out here. So that's why I'm proud of brands like Culture. They're getting ready to be the first black-owned brewery in Houston. So
Nice.
I'm glad to see that progression and all that good stuff. But yeah, we can stand a whole bunch of more out there, man.
Right.
So definitely for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Do we have any more questions for
I
Louise
do.
or Kendrick?
I have one more
All
question.
right.
I've been waiting for this one.
It wasn't me.
Kendrick,
right.
what was your rap name and what was your style of rap?
Oh man,
Pimp
I mean,
C's that I'm rolling
nah,
now.
actually, it was Mr. Murder, man. MURDA, Mr.
Oh
Murder.
man,
That
you
was
are a
me.
thug. You
Yeah.
He said he's out here thugging.
I did say he was thugging.
Not that I was a product of my environment. Let's say that.
Mr. Murder. Mr.
Yeah,
Murder.
that was me. Yep, yes sir. Mhm.
Right, Rob.
Man, you
right.
wanna
I'm
use that
scared.
as an excuse?
Yeah, definitely, man. I was in
So
the-
you was
I in
rapping.
the-
You was a gangster rapper, I'm assuming, because Mr. Murder
Yeah,
don't rap
we
about
we
love.
had a couple of
Oh, you had you was in a syndicate.
You had a group?
Luis, you was in a syndicate.
Yeah, for real. No, man, I was in a group.
Racing?
No, man. No, I was in a group. Man. It was called my producer. He was besides owning the studio. They had like this excavation, some type of company. So he had a studio and he named it Dirty Rocks. So because
Okay.
they
So you had
move rocks.
Your name
So,
is
yeah.
Mr. Murder,
And
and
y'all
on
had
the
an excavation.
excavation.
Yeah, y'all
Oh,
murder
my.
and
Yeah,
bury.
man.
Murder
Yeah,
and bury
man.
him.
All right,
Yeah,
this
man.
has been Bruce and Banter.
Yeah, that was my
Excavate these
name, man.
bodies.
Yeah, man. So that was my
Yo,
name. Yes,
Kendrick
sir.
Gray, how was fucked up in the Rico?
Hell no,
Guilty
man.
by
Y'all
association.
see, y'all see how Young Thug got going on right now. Shit, no, I ain't gonna do that, man. Hey, hell no, man. No sir. Hey, I ain't in that no
What you
more.
on? You on SoundCloud? You on SoundCloud out there?
Yeah, you stupid.
Nah, man. Actually, man, it was crazy because we were rapping, man, a long time ago, and this was like late '90s, early 2000s. So I left my city in like 2003, and so
Okay.
before we were able to even drop our first album, man, somebody set the damn studio on fire.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
shit.
And so, which was crazy because I lived on the block of the studio, and so I remember my producer calling me and was like, "Hey, man, go around there and see if the studio on fire." And I'm like, "Man, it's about 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Are you serious?"
Go around the
And that-
corner, check
And that
for
sound
me.
like a random ass check. Yo, do me
Check
you
for
up?
me.
Do me a
Yeah,
favor.
Yeah, man,
Run
'cause you
around
know
the
when
corner and see if the
you
studio.
know
Be
when
ready
it
for murder.
exactly.
If you see the arsonist, be ready for murder, Mr. Murder.
Right. So yeah. So you know, in the country, man, people ain't got shit to do. Bob was listening to the scandals and shit. And like, hey, man, I think the studio on fire. Oh shit. Let me jump up and put my clothes on. So yeah, got up, ran around the corner, man, and the damn studio was on fire. Now, shit.
Yo, all the
Hey,
tapes, all the tracks is in there.
everything, man,
Yo,
everything
Man.
was there. So yeah, and
I used to
it was
rap too, but
crazy.
when I
It was
listened to
crazy,
niggas talk about they
man.
used to rap and they had a producer, a specific producer, I'll be like, maybe
Yeah.
I didn't rap.
Yeah,
They be like,
nah,
my producer. I'm like,
man.
motherfucker, I just use everybody who would give me a
Nah,
beat.
man.
Studio, my in-house studio.
No, man, we had a producer, man, boy. I had the Triton keyboard, the big ass mixing board, and all that, which is
What was
crazy
the
though
name of the
because
crew? What was the name of the syndicate?
yeah, like I said, we were Dirty Rocks, and then
Dirty
they
Rocks.
ended up Dirty Rocks, and then ended up after then, because back then that's all I was doing. So I was a ain't shit nigga back then, man. I was like, shit, man, I ain't had no job, no nothing. Rapping was everything for me. So after the studio burnt down, my mama was getting ready to move to Houston, and I'm like, well, shit, I ain't got no rap career no more, so baby, I'm about to go with you. So shit,
Your
so
rap career went up in flames with the
rap career was
studio.
gone. So then after that they ended up rebranding because after that they ended up rebranding and they came back as a Dirty Rocks Burn Rich. So we had an acronym DRBR. So they ended up rapping for some years after I left. So salute to those boys that were doing that, man. They definitely did their thing for sure.
Right. Well, at least he said he started rapping in the early, late 1990s.
1900s?
1990s.
Come on, shit. I'm looking high for 1900s.
Let the
That's that
motherfuckers
new
in
meaning of black don't crack,
2023s,
baby.
21, 23
Yeah,
say
for sure.
1900s. Like, good
It was the
lord,
late
1900s.
1900s, though,
Yeah,
technically.
It was
Technically, is not a technicality.
the late
That's
1990s,
stupid.
early 2000s, because he could have said
Yeah.
back in the early 80s, and he was like, and they rebranded to the Ghetto Boys.
Exactly. Yeah. Out there doing tracks with Curtis
That
Blow
would
and
be
shit.
wild.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
He was like, yeah, the studio worked down, I left.
Oh,
Then the Ghetto
shit. Next thing
Boys.
I know, Halloween
Yeah,
fell on the
exactly.
weekend. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh
Halloween fell on the
man,
weekend?
yeah, man. This is a small town country group, man. Like I say, of course, my city, Marshall, man. Back then, our population was probably like 24,000, man. So, you know, just a small town little group that was making some noise out in East Texas, man. But like I say, once the studio burned down, and my mama was trying to leave, I'm like, hey, mom, I'm going with you. Shit, fuck all this, man.
Right. I
So,
heard that.
so yeah, I
Right.
Man,
left.
that's a great, hilarious story to me, y'all.
Yeah,
Your
definitely, for
career
sure, for
burned
sure.
down with the death. That's
Exactly,
funny.
man.
Yo, if they
Yeah.
would have became the Ghetto Boys or the Underground Kings, what if they was
I would have
UGK?
been pissed, man. I would have been pissed. Man, I ain't lying to you. I would have been pissed. Oh man, for sure.
He moved to Houston with his mama and they fucking starting up a company.
Right.
See, none of that worked
Yeah.
out because he moved to Houston. Now he got the Pint Exchange, so it was all meant to be.
Absolutely. It all worked out. It all worked out for the best, for sure, for sure.
Luis,
It
you
is.
rap or you just listen?
Nah, man, I don't rap.
Nah, Luis was
What
they call him?
He ain't rapping nothing.
No, Luis was what was that? The dancer people, the
Oh
B-boy.
man,
That's
yeah,
what. That's
I was a
what.
break
Oh, he was
dancer.
one of them B-boys.
Oh, he was a B-boy. Okay.
Yeah, 15
Yeah, that's what he
years.
was.
You still got some skill?
Man, I'm 41 years old now. I still, I go out one time. I'll do it one time, and then
Luis know he gonna break them boxes down in the back.
the body don't do that no more.
All you need is a good stretch session. You stretch for like 38 minutes, and then maybe you can break dance for 2. Maybe you can break dance for 2 minutes.
There you go.
Definitely.
That's what's up, man. That's good. Y'all both got some hip hop in y'all. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Culture is great.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
All right. Any more questions for Luis or Kendrick?
I'm
Well, we
good,
want to
man.
thank
you,
Pint Exchange.
This was fun.
Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Definitely.
Before we go, we always like to know how people can find out about you or more information about the Pint Exchange or even you individually. So how can they find you on these social medias, Instagrams, World Wide Webs? How can they find Pint Exchange?
So we have the Pint Exchange on Instagram at the Pint Exchange. We have Facebook at the Pint Exchange. My individual page for my beer and bourbon shenanigans is at MRTPX903. And also, as you fellas also know, that I'm also a third of the moderators for Being Black and Craft on Clubhouse on Mondays. So if you're ever available at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on a Monday, pull up. And yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm at Luis TPX Media. That's my photography.
All right.
Page. So
Okay.
All right.
Word.
There you go. All right, yo.
You can find me at IM302YODA on Instagram and Facebook.
All right. Lou?
My name is Lou Belgium, guys. I'm on them Instagrams.
All right. And you can find Bruising Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Bruising Banter Podcast. You can even go to www.bruisingbanterpodcast and find out more about us, the episodes, the merch. If you want to get some of that merch, definitely check us out there. Remember to smash that like button. All you do. You can watch the podcast on YouTube. And Facebook. Like I said before.
What be happening?
Yo, why you
do this like you just did this 30,000 times?
Bro, 196.
Technically, isn't a script.
Right.
I think of it all the time. It might sound the same, but it's not a script. It's all in my head.
I mean, it should be a script by now. Somebody translate this for Rob so he can read it next time.
You can find me, Rob Stay Bruce, right there.
Waiting for that. Look, he had his finger around.
I know.
The master of podcast.
You need to put that sound effect.
Man, you made me spit out my beer, man. That's damn. I had to spit my damn beer all on the keyboard and shit. Like, what the fuck?
He's like, what y'all want to say? Anybody ready? Y'all ready? I got
Funny.
Damn.
Actually, now my hand was like this because I said it's on my hand.
Yeah, so you was ready to go. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, your finger always on ready at the end of this show.
Right.
Always on ready.
Like I said, we are on our way to episode 200, and we will be having a beer release and recording of the episode live at Autumn March Beer Project on March 25th. You can go to our Instagram page and hit the link, get the RSVP because space is limited. So we want to make sure you got a space in there and get that good bruising banter content.
Yeah.
Sure,
The banter.
Once again, we want to thank Luis and Kendrick of the Pint Exchange for coming on.
You guys. Thanks a lot, man.
Appreciate it.
Until next time.
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
Peace.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm back with a vengeance, this time we need wealth. Thankful I don't wake up and question myself. Treat life like the crap table with my last C note, I'ma put 100 on me. Did this verse, no shirt, still I got